Hello, everyone. It's Jerry at the Fledge. Welcome to another episode of Every Damn Day. And today I'm up in my office. I've got my headphones on. Looks like I messed up my hair, messing with the chickens. And I'm wearing a Startup Weekend t-shirt from MSU. I think they've got a big entrepreneurial week coming up next week. So check out all of the cool stuff MSU does out with entrepreneurialism. And today on the show, we have our great friend, Chelsea. How you doing, Chelsea?
Hi. How are you, Jerry?
I'm doing really well. So what you been up to today?
I put the little one to bed, so he's sleeping right now, and I get some little time with a little bit of coffee, and I get to talk about myself for a minute.
All right. I think it's going to be fun. So let's jump into that. Let's find something out about you. Tell us about like where you were born and raised and where you went to school.
Yeah. My parents actually met in Virginia Beach, so I was born in the beach area, and then we left when I was about 3 years old, and we moved to this place called Seaborn, Indiana. It's the small town. If you ever heard of John Cougar Mellencamp,
I have.
I was born in a small town. That's the town I grew up in, Jerry. It was about an hour south of Indy and an hour north of Louisville. So,
Okay. I probably have gone, is it right on 69 or 70 or something? I've probably gone through it before because we used to go to Louisville a lot. And is that really where John Mellencamp was born too?
Yeah. And his parents actually lived in the house down the street from me, down the road a little ways.
So you literally were born in the small town that the song's about. Oh,
I was raised.
Raised.
So we stayed there for many years, and I decided to go off to college to Providence, Rhode Island, the school that Emerald Lagasse studied at. I did culinary arts and pastry. So I learned from a lot of great chefs, So I'm a pretty decent cook, but I was diagnosed with cancer when me and my boyfriend moved here recently. And so I've just been a stay-at-home mom, which has been pretty great. But Lansing has definitely become my new home. I really appreciate going back to the small town, but I think I'm a city girl.
Yeah. So you made a pretty big statement in the middle of that, and we're going to come back to that. And that was that you were diagnosed with cancer. But I got a couple questions before we talk about that a little bit, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, go ahead.
What brought you guys to Lansing? Was it like your boyfriend's job or?
It was partly my pregnancy and partly his job. He had a transfer. We had looked all around Michigan. We really loved Michigan. We loved the lakes and we loved the outdoorsiness and the people. And we just decided we wanted to uproot ourselves and move. And we looked in Ohio and everywhere. We just kind of wanted to get out of that small town, and just really open up some opportunities for ourselves. And we really have. So my boyfriend actually now works for a grow op and a dispensary.
Oh, nice.
And I do Color Street, and I raise our son. So.
You do Color Street?
Yeah.
Is that what you said? Will you tell us about that and what that is? Yeah.
Yeah, Color Street is, they are 100% nail polish. They pack of probably about 12 or so strips. They're almost like stickers is what my dad likes to call them. But you just stick them on your nails, and you can use them on your acrylic, your regular nails. They're very protective, and they're non-toxic, so great for cancer.
Yeah.
But my addiction to them is just crazy. There's so many creative options. You can cut them and design your nails and do sorts of different things.
So let's jump into the business that you've started. I love the name. Will you tell everyone the name?
So Chi Chi is actually a family nickname. my nephew, who just won Student of the Week this week at his elementary school, he could not pronounce Chelsea, so he calls me Chi Chi, and the name has just stuck. So me and my boyfriend were brainstorming, what could we call this company, you know? And we were just like, Chi Chi nailed it. Like, that sounds like so uplifting, and that's just like, I just think like I've nailed it with this business because I really enjoy the product. You know, I've tried different products like Mary Kay and Arbonne and all these other products, but nothing quite got me like the nail strip. I'm just really big on getting my nails done and a little bit of self-care. So.
Yeah. I do have Cindy in the crowd is saying that you are breaking up a little bit, but we'll just keep going. We'll go slow and it'll be just fine. I think they can hear you though. Yeah, they can hear and understand you. We're good. So yeah, I think that might help a little. What yeah, they are saying very choppy and hard to understand. I think we'll be all right. We'll be okay. Let's go. So you were chiming in on a show a couple weeks ago with the I forgot now. I'm drawing a blank with the lactation services.
Yes,
And yeah, what's the name of her company again?
Wow. The IBCLE, I think, and it's well, she did the baby cafe. I'm cutting out again.
We can hear you. We can keep trying if you'd like. So Caroline was on the show, and she does lactation services for new mothers, and Chelsea was one of her customers, I guess you would say, or clients or friends or whatever you want to say it. You still there, Chelsea?
I'm coming. I'm trying to come on.
Yeah.
My son just woke up.
Okay. And Chelsea is a mother. And so maybe when you come back on screen, we're going to be able to see your son as well. Can he see us yet?
Yes, he can see you.
Yeah. So we'll see if
in my phone and come upstairs.
Okay. Take your time. We're going to be okay. But you can keep talking if you want, because we can hear you fine. And we'll see if your screen unfreezes here in a bit.
I just tried to reconnect to my Wi-Fi real quick. Sorry about that.
That's
Go
okay.
ahead.
It seems like it's working right now, but we don't have your video yet.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You might, okay.
I can't get it to work, but I'll play with the thing, and we'll still
keep talking.
Yeah.
So there we go. Okay? It is okay. Hey, buddy.
Camera. So
everything just got fixed, and he's on the screen now. So hey, you remember ever meeting me? Huh?
Yeah.
I met him before.
Yeah, we did a trick or treat at the sled.
Yeah. So what's his name?
This is Finn.
Finn. Yeah. So
he is two. He's 18 months. He was 5 months when I was diagnosed with leukemia, and I was actually breastfeeding at the time. And I thought I had mastitis, which is when I met Caroline. Caroline really helped me navigate through what my problem was, because I wasn't sure if it was cancer or mastitis. So she really helped me, because, you know, a lot of confusion was behind that. And her business was a great help to me during my journey of breastfeeding as well. So I attended Baby Cafe and all the likes.
So, what you were talking about, breastfeeding should be helping to prevent cancer, but to you, it didn't really seem to help, right?
Yeah, no, it's actually proven to benefit in, I guess, the prevention of ovarian and breast cancer, but with the leukemia that I had, my lymph nodes were swollen, which was confusion, the confusion of it all.
So you still with us? I
Yes.
think we froze again, but I can hear you. We talked a little bit before the show about, is that funny? We're playing peekaboo.
We went back to front facing. I found out that if I just keep switching to front and back, it will work. So.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks for figuring that out. We talked a little bit about the show, about how, what do you want to say to people about your journey with cancer? And even where are you right now with your journey with cancer? Because I think you have some things to say that can help people.
Yeah, it's so non-discriminating. It's so non-discriminating. I actually have a cousin whose baby was diagnosed around the same time as me. So, and he's the same age as Finn here. So it's just, I want everyone to know that you take charge of your health and you have to go and get things checked out, even if it scares you and you're afraid. And always get that second opinion. Never be afraid, because I was scared of who I would make mad, or what enemies I would create. But all in all, your health is the most important, and I really wish more people would take that seriously.
Do you think if you wouldn't have had problems breastfeeding, that this might have been not diagnosed for a while?
I think I didn't actually have any breastfeeding challenges, so that's what confused me. And I went for a long time, because I started noticing cancer in myself probably around Christmas time, and I was diagnosed in February, right before the pandemic hit. So I let it go for a few months, and I mean, I was up on my health pretty frequently, but being a new mom, I kind of slacked a little bit and took care of him a little bit more in the beginning.
So where are you in your journey here, this fight?
So leukemia actually does not have stages. Leukemia is very, very complicated, with what I've found out. So I've actually switched to a specialist now, and I'm in what they call maintenance. So you go into induction, consolidation, and then maintenance. And maintenance is what you stay in until you're a survivor, or until you have no more cancer cells, which I actually just had a second opinion tell me yesterday that I should really be checked for MRD, which is minimal residual disease, which is what I'm in right now. It's that my chemotherapy is just trying to push that little bit of chemo cells or leukemia cells out of my system. So I still have a little bit that are hidden, and that's what the maintenance takes care of. So I have 2 more years left of treatment. I will be done June 2021.
All right.
2021, yeah.
Okay. June 21st. Yeah. I think that's summer or something, isn't it? Can you still see my screen?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you,
Chelsea. Yeah. Alyssa says, "Hi, Chelsea. I'm a leukemia survivor. You've got this, sister." So,
I wish you guys could see me.
Is there, do you know Alyssa?
No, I do not.
Okay.
I have met a lot of people through my cancer journey, though. I will say a lot of great people, like you, Jerry. You fed my family for quite some time. And I met Willow Tree, which is a great postnatal group, and they do a lot of like depression and anxiety treatment and group therapy and things like that. So
Yeah. I think I remember, I'm pretty sure I do remember the day that we first met. You were kind of like looking at us like, what the hell is that place? And oops, sorry, Finn. And I don't know what kind of made us talk or whatever, but I remember that sort of vividly. It was, I think, must have been close to this time last year, maybe a little sooner or earlier.
definitely when the weather started getting nicer,
Yeah. So what?
dropping in and seeing your mask, that was just when everybody started wearing masks.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was probably right around this time.
Mm-hmm.
What, I don't know if this is a silly question or not, but what's your mission? I mean, what are you, yeah, like either your personal mission or your mission with your nails. Will you ever go back to cooking and trying to make a living at that?
I dealt with a lot of just horrible time in the restaurant industry, being a woman of just my kind. And then when I got pregnant, they weren't very understanding, and just like the sick days and things like that. I don't think I'll ever go back to the restaurant industry unless I do something on the side, which I don't really have the energy for or the patience with my son right now.
Yeah.
Everything. But I think and eventually my mission right now is just to eventually become a nail tech. I really enjoy doing my nails, and I really like seeing nails, so I thought about fitting into some classes and trying out that when I can. I don't think my doctor would be very thrilled if I was like, yeah, I want to touch a bunch of people right now while going through chemotherapy. Like, he probably wouldn't be okay with that. So a good side job for me right now is the color street, and I really am very addicted to it. I mean, I purchase it on my own all the time whenever I give out my favorite sets, for people and stuff. So right now it's keeping me busy. I really enjoy playing the games and allowing people to kind of have a little bit of fun and get away from like their lives. It kind of helps me because I do bingo games and I do like Powerball and I do parties. So that, all in all, I can kind of just like get me a little margarita, sit with my girlfriends, show them a little demo, and then we all got our nails done easily because we're all moms. I mean, I cannot walk a bottle of nail polish around my son. That's impossible.
Yeah.
But with these strips, he was grabbing them. I put them on him. He's 18 months. So, like, it was very easy. Like, he didn't like it, but I thought it was very, shows how simple it is and how easy it is for somebody like me who, as a cancer person, I have neuropathy, which is in my hands, my legs. It causes me to kind of like tremble or lose my balance, or so painting my own nails is out of the business for right now. But I have been gaining my feeling back ever since my chemo kind of went down a little bit, being in maintenance. So I'm hoping that, here in the future I can do a little bit more. That's what I'm starting out small so that I can do a little bit more.
Is there something that you do every damn day to get to that mission, to get to that goal?
There's a couple things that I do. I really make sure to do some self-care. I I can't get to self-care every day because I'm a mom, but that self-care would be included in like a cup. I have a cup of coffee every day.
Yeah.
I then have a little bit of a stretch and yoga to just kind of wake up my mind and kind of detox my body a little bit and just kind of be aware of where I'm at and what I want to do. And I don't know, I'm just a big yogi. I can't say I do it every day, but I hula hoop. I do
really?
it when it's raining. I really like to hula hoop outside. I can't really do it inside because I hit everything, but I really like to go outside. Yeah, it's like my moving meditation is what they call it.
Yeah. Did you see our episode with Missy Cook and Lansing Hoops?
No, I did not.
Yeah, maybe you should check it out and get to know Missy. They do a lot with hula hooping. And then I've also got Flames and Dames coming on the show, I think next week or that. And they do hula hooping and fire flow, I think.
Yeah,
is the
they
right
do.
term.
I just seen them live. You need to go see them live. They are definitely worth it. I took my son. I took the pack and play, and he sat there and watched them. They had LEDs and fire, and they had fans and staff, and just really cool music. Just a great time. Free entertainment. Definitely somewhere to take the family.
That's awesome. So we daisy chained the shows together, and yesterday on the show we had Corey, who's a ex-professional hockey player, now getting into the software development world. And his question for you is, if you could have a superpower, would you rather have the ability to fly or the ability to teleport?
Teleport, because I'm not the greatest fan of flying. I do say that, flying is a good thing to have, but just the teleportation, you could go just about anywhere. I mean, your limits are non-existent.
That was his answer too when I flipped it back on him. And speaking of flipping, you want to try your phone again? We all miss Flynn.
Yeah.
I'm
watching the baby too.
Tomorrow on the show, we have Josh Murray. He's a tech guy. And what question would you like to ask Josh?
I would like to ask him what is on his bucket list. What is one thing on his bucket list and why?
All right. And I told you earlier that was the first time anybody's ever asked that. But after you saying that and after me hearing it, it seems like that should be an obvious question almost every time, You're making me bounce.
I know, I have to bounce.
What about you? What's one thing on your bucket list?
My bucket list is honestly to see this kid graduate. That is like the one thing that I want to get to. Like, that is my goal.
So when you say graduate, do you mean high school, college, anything?
Or he wants to graduate. I've always said, whatever he decides to do, I'm 100% for it. If he wants to live in my basement, I'd probably be even more for that. But if he wants to become a doctor, maybe one day that's what he's meant to be. Because his actual zodiac sign is a healer.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And he has a pretty good way of making little old ladies cry in the grocery store. So.
In a good way, or?
Yeah, thinking about their grandkids most of the time. He's got these baby blue eyes. I mean,
yeah,
irresistible.
So, what is happiness to you, and are you happy?
I have to say, I think I'm happy most of the time. I'm happy when, I'm creating memories and
Yeah,
when I'm eating good food and doing things that make me happy, hula hooping, yoga. But I think, there's times when I'm not happy, and I think that's realistic.
yeah,
I think the more that I grow older, the more I realize that that's normal.
yeah. I think that thinking that you could be in a constant state of happiness seems really, really lame. You
Yeah.
know, because
Yep.
I heard a good quote yesterday. Without the bad days, you don't know what the good days look like.
Exactly. I think I think a lot of people really take those bad days for granted, and they really teach you a lot about who you are.
Were there times when you were going through chemo where you were also happy? I mean, that's a tough process, right?
Um, Thankfully, they make these things called steroids. Jerry, I'll be honest, they give you a sense of like false, uh, you know, positiveness. But I think all in all, I was just happy to be taken care of. I think it felt good to have, for once, people uh, like come in and just show me how much they cared about me. I had like overwhelming response. I had a GoFundMe. I had friends showing up with Amazon packages to my house. I mean, I really had no reason to be negative during that time. But I think the way that our healthcare is designed, I really had a lot of negative experiences in that. Um, but I don't think anybody really has positive experiences in healthcare.
Yeah. What if you could change something with healthcare? What would be one thing that would have really helped you?
Um, just the sympathy, uh, the humaneness, I guess, of it. I think a lot of people are there to make a paycheck every day, and that's really not my mission. My mission was to save my life so that I could take care of my son, and I felt like I wasn't getting that teamwork. I
Yeah.
really wish I would have got a better team. And I had a great team in the beginning, and then I really seen the odds and the outs of it all. And then now I think I'm coming out again and seeing a positive side of it. I think finding area and being able to switch to a hospital that's actually closer to me now, I'm thrilled. I was traveling 5 days a week, three 3 weeks in a row to chemo. I was there for 3 hours a day. It was like a job for me. So
Yeah.
I really got to know a lot of those people, and
Yeah.
there's some that I really enjoyed working with, but it was a job. It was a job.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you did a good job and got through this.
That's what my doctor told me just recently. My previous doctor, he told me to keep doing my homework.
Yeah.
That I'm doing a job.
Did you have a lot of people that would help you, like make appointments and phone calls and that, or is that something that would have helped?
Honestly, I was to the point where I just wanted them to schedule me and tell me to show up. It was so difficult. And actually, when I call now, they kind of avoid me. My nurse directly avoids me. She emailed me after I called and had another nurse message. So I'm on my way out of that place, and I'm hoping that, this new place, they're already just, he said, oh, every time I say something, he said, oh, that's such a great question, Chelsea. Let me answer that for you. Jerry,
Yeah.
I almost cried in his office several times. Like, you don't know how great that was to just finally understand. I mean, Google can teach you so much, but to have somebody sit you down and be like, here, this is it. It makes the world a difference.
The guy that was on the show yesterday lived in Norway for a little while and played hockey. And I told him that I was reading an article, or Shannon was actually reading the article about the University of Norway put a global call out for any of their students who are in an underdeveloped healthcare country to come home. And the example of an underdeveloped healthcare country was the United States. And it just is ridiculous.
We pride ourselves on being a unique country that provides anything for their citizens, but
it's all a mask. It's all fake.
I think that's why I was always connected to the pledge. I really liked the conscientiousness of it.
I thought you were going to say the man or something like that.
Yeah, that's gonna be nice.
So, yeah, we need. Do you think we need Medicaid for all?
Yeah, I will say I'm on Medicaid right now, and if I wasn't on Medicaid, I wouldn't be alive right now for this little guy. So, I do. I think everybody deserves it. Who is the decider to say that you don't deserve it?
Yeah. What's happening? What you trying to do? Go get in trouble? I think it's going to be an obvious question when I ask you this, but what gives you hope?
Just honestly, him, but I think what gives me hope is people, good people. I've met a lot of crummy people, so it's really nice. It's like a breath of fresh air when you meet somebody who wants to help and has the same values as you.
So you think you're ever gonna be around here? Because you're not going to Sparrow anymore, right? Is that what you've been saying?
I'm currently going to Sparrow for a while longer.
Oh, okay.
I do have to go there because they have ordered my medicine. But I will never suggest anyone to go there. But I do think that it's different for other people. I think that a lot of people with different kind of cancers and they have a good time. Excuse me, but they have a smoother process. But I definitely I didn't have a smooth process.
I want to actually put what Alyssa's quoting you, but I want to put it on the screen so that people can see it, when they watch the video. Just if I wasn't on Medicaid, I wouldn't be alive right now. And that no country in the earth should have anybody saying that statement. And for us to be saying it, we're bombing brown and black people all over the world for their resources and spending all this money on crap, and we're not even taking care of our own tribe.
It really hurts when people that say they are my friends or family don't agree with universal Medicaid, because technically what I'm on right now.
Yeah.
So
We need to put the whole country on it. So, what else should we talk about? You got anything else?
I don't know. We could talk about maybe I don't know how I met the Fledge.
Sure.
I mean, I'm wearing a Fledge Lululemon dress right now and an H&M sweatshirt that I got from the Fledge. It did a lot for me in the beginning of my cancer diagnosis, and I lost a lot of weight, and I could not fit into any of my clothes. So I went shopping at the free store multiple times. I found hats to cover my bald little head over the winter. Thank you. That's all I have to say.
I mean, I think you and Shannon hit it off pretty well.
Yeah. She delivered food to me one day, and I showed her my little victory garden that I attempted to build. It was so sad, but she sat there, motivated me, and gave me more plants. And I grew quite a bit of food, and we ate a bunch of tomatoes, and I made a pico de gallo. So I still have my little cooking roots, but I'm definitely not as restaurant industry prone as I was. I really want to change into a more like grow your own food,
Well,
be less meat, kind of thing, less dairy. Definitely chemotherapy has changed my diet a whole lot. So
yeah. Well, we've got our starter plants going again inside, and we're building a greenhouse that keeps blowing down. I don't know what I'm doing yet, or a hoop house. But we'll have plants for you again if you want. And we have tons of seeds.
I think tomorrow you're actually having a seed exchange.
It looks like it's a free plant giveaway, and we're going to give away some seeds as well. So yeah, definitely stop by if you'd like.
Great. Yeah. Well, I have to go get labs tomorrow, so I'll be by anyway. So.
Okay. Definitely do it.
Yeah. Well, I'll grab Finn so he can say salutations real quick.
All right, that'd be awesome.
He thinks he has my phone because he has my case.
Talk on the phone. Now you can play with it. Hey, we'll see you later, man. Maybe, is he coming tomorrow?
Oh, of course. Sidekick. He comes down with me.
All right. So, what? What? A bye? Huh? All right.
All right.
Hey, thank you so very much for being on the show.
I appreciate you having me.
I appreciate you working so hard to survive this. And you're out of the woods? Is that a real statement?
I'm never really out of the woods, Jerry. I have a better quality of life. That's
okay.
For sure. I like to say that I'm living normal now, but we know that that's only so normal. But I feel a lot better than I used to. So I think I'll keep cruising and only get better from here on out.
Well, we've all grown to love you so much. Love all of you so much. And we're happy you're around, and we're happy you're part of our community. And thanks for coming on the show.
Definitely. Thanks for having me, Jerry. It's been a privilege.
You're welcome. It's a privilege to have you. So we'll see you all every damn day on every damn day. And I will see you later. See you, buddy. You guys stick with me for a second, all right?
All right.